Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Happy Monday guys, hope everyone is doing well. I got me a nice video here for you guys. I think I did this before. This is my crab and shrimp pie. This thing is absolutely delicious. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this video and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I get it done. Alright guys, so here's some of the ingredients I'm going to be using here. I got me a pound of nice good fresh crab meat, and I got me about a half a pound of shrimp also that I already peeled the vein. I had those in the freezer. And I'm going to be using 1 stick of unsalted butter, some onions and green bell pepper. You could add celery also if you would like. And I'm going to be using me some of my best club crackers, a couple of eggs, and a little bit of mayonnaise, which is not butchered. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this show on the road. I'm going to come in here and get me 1 stick of this unsalted butter melted down, and I'm going to be sauteing my onions and bell pepper inside of this 1 stick of butter right here. We're going to just go ahead and move that around a little bit. Go ahead and get that all nice and melted up. Once we have it pretty much melted, we're going to come in here and add our onions and green bell pepper to it. And we're just going to give that a mix, and we're going to let those cook until they get nice and tender for us guys. This isn't going to be in the oven long, so you want to get your onions and bell peppers nice and tender first so that you don't have crunchy vegetables inside of your pie. So I'll go ahead and let those cook down. Once we get those nice and cooked down and looking just like this right here, then I'm going to come and add my shrimp that I already seasoned. I just seasoned my shrimp with a little black pepper and a little seasoning salt, seasoning all, whatever you want to call it. I'll go ahead and get my shrimp added. My shrimp was a little bit still frozen, so I want to be careful and not add all of that liquid in there. I don't want all of that liquid inside of here. Alright, so let's get that all mixed in. And then we're just going to let these shrimp cook until they're just done. You don't need to overdo these because it's going to cook in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes, and you don't want these to be turned into rubber on you. So once we get that all cooked off, then I'm going to come back and we're going to mix this thing, get this thing ready to go in the oven. And it is not going to take long at all, guys. Alrighty guys, so I am back. You can see my shrimp is nice and pink now. These are done, or as done as I need them to be. So we will go ahead and get these ready to be mixed with our crab meat and the rest of our ingredients before we get this in the oven. And I got my trusty, dusty, rusty pot right here. Don't laugh at me guys, I was too lazy to go get a bowl. This pot was sitting right next to me, so we're going to mix this right inside of this pot. You can see the shrimp and these vegetables are still pretty hot. I'm going to be adding a couple eggs in here, but I do not want to add those eggs right now. So what I'm going to do is just add my crab meat, because that crab meat was still pretty cool after I had it out of the freezer. So I'll just go ahead and dump that crab meat inside of there and break that up, give it a mix, and then that's going to cool down my shrimp and onions and bell pepper. Then I can add my eggs inside of there. So let's go ahead and break that down. And guys, don't go and use lump meat for this because all you're going to do is be mixing this and breaking it up anyway. Do not spend that extra money on lump crab meat for this. So we're going to go ahead and get that all mixed in, let that cool down, my shrimp and vegetables. Then I got my 2 eggs added. Now I'm going to add me some black pepper in here. Not going to add any more seasoning, guys. No more seasonings. I already seasoned my shrimp, and my crab meat has a nice salt sweetness taste to it, so we aren't going to overdo it with anything else. But if you would like to, you could definitely add whatever you would like. And I'm going to be adding mayonnaise in this also, so we should be fine with seasoning. Alright, so we'll just get those 2 eggs mixed in. You can already see that this is going to be loose from those eggs and the butter and the liquid off of that shrimp. Alright, so once I have that mixed together just as such, I'm going to come inside of here and add me a couple dollops of this Duke's mayonnaise inside of here. That's going to give it a nice smooth creamy texture once this is done baking. Alright, so we got that mayo mixed in right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my club crackers inside of a Ziploc bag and get those all broken up, smashed up just like this. I like to leave a little chunks in it because sometimes you can bite down into the chunks of that crackers on the inside. I need to turn this off while I'm recording. So we can go ahead and get that all mixed in. And those crackers are going to absorb all of that liquid that you see down in there. I'm just going to let it sit for a couple of minutes. And eventually it's going to absorb. And I did use, if you have the short pack of club crackers, guys, or you could use Ritz. I use 3 packs of the short club crackers. Or if you have the long one, just use 1.5 packs. Same with the Ritz crackers, you could use 1.5 packs of that and you should be fine. Alright, so I got my 9-inch deep dish pie crust right here. And now just scooping that in. Inside of here, we're just going to get that full up to the top. I want this thing to be filled up to the top, guys. And I'm still going to have a little bit left over. So if you do have a 10-inch pan, that should be even better. That way you get all of it inside of there. But this is ready to go in the oven just like this, uncovered, 325 for about 30 to 40 minutes. And I sprayed the top with a little bit of butter flavored bacon spray. Let it go 325, 40 minutes. So this actually went 38 minutes. And this is what I have right here. Absolutely beautiful crab and shrimp pie. Nice and golden brown. Beautiful around the edges. That's the best part. So I'm going to just let that cool down, and then I'll come back and slice it up, plate it up, take my thumbnails and videos and give you guys a taste test of this nice, good seafood crab and shrimp pie. Absolutely delicious. Alright guys, coming with a quick taste test. Got a nice crab and shrimp pie right here. Not going to waste any time. Excuse any noise you hear in the background. Come in and give this bad boy a quick taste right here. Yeah, that looks good. Look at that. Stands up nice and perfectly. Nice mixture. Nice shrimp right on the top. Going in. Nice sweetness of that crab. My shrimp is still nice and tender. Nice shrimp. Piece of that tried on that. Nice, good club crackers right there. Get on there. Get on there. Get on there. Yeah. I give my own self a round of applause. Man, that's good. Alrighty guys, so this thing is absolutely delicious. I mean, it never disappoints. I want you guys to definitely give this a try. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment, and also please subscribe to my channel if you are new. And you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch TV, and I'm on Pinterest, Cooking and Chilling with Kenny. And I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget the hashtag, guys. Take your burdens to the Lord and leave it there. Peace. Have a blessed week, everyone.